Salman and Salman, guys. As I normally have a rough idea on the video, but right now I just have a lot of emotion. I don't really have the words. I think I'm struggling at least to articulate how I feel. This video is along the lines of decisions and how we struggle to make hard decisions. I think like most people, we have our ups and downs, and right now I'm in a down, and I'm realizing through the multiple chats that I'm having with really close friends of mine would say they are also going through downs. Not to share too much about people's personal lives, but I've got a friend who's going through a fucking low time, and he's going through a whole mental breakdown because of just the challenges and strains and anxiety of the lives that we live. I had another friend this morning just was still amaqiniso ethu, was still he told us the hard truths that I think some of us weren't ready to hear, some of us weren't willing to hear, and he just broke it down. And you could see Uguti, he's vulnerable. You can see that he's going through a lot of challenges, and the reality is that a lot of us are, and I spoke to him on the phone and I was saying, Uguti, the big problem is that as a machita, as men, we bottle these things up, and we project happiness and we project confidence out there as how we were told we should. Man must be confident, a man must be strong, a man must ensure that the people in his life, women, children, they need to feel safe first and sacrifice yourself. And we're told that constantly. So then we put on this mask and face this world, and meanwhile we're dying inside. We really are. And we start doing decisions that are to our detriment, whether it's decisions to drink copious amounts of alcohol, whether it's decisions to do drugs or start chasing booty, with all this mindless or pointless sex, some sort of escapism. We do all these fucked up decisions just to try and find a way to escape the realities of our challenges. We find ourselves in the darkest financial situations. We're in December now, and we know full well, Uguti, we're going to be buying a lot of things that we can't afford, things that we can't, that we don't need. Not because we dumb and stupid per se, but because of certain pressures that we're under. If you've got kids, you know that you're going to be buying amabhayisikili, you know that you're going to be buying this left, right, and center, taking them on these trips, going to these entertainment spaces that you can't afford. But because of certain pressures, from your peers, from the kids at school, from, just the world, society. And if you think that you're above that, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You're also going to be buying new shoes on credit card. You're going to be, some of you guys are going to be popping bottles on loan, using your credit card. And it's just the pressure of current society. And we're not talking about these things, but we constantly make these poor decisions over and over and over again. We're going to make poor decisions in terms of our health. This December, we're going to be eating everything that we can see. We're going to be making poor decisions in terms of drinking. People are going to be drinking from the 1st of December to the 5th of January nonstop. So their livers, their kidneys are going to be shut down. And then unfortunately, we're going to be making poor sexual decisions. A lot of people after this December are going to be physically ill from STIs, HIV, AIDS. A lot of sisters are going to be pregnant from this December, not knowing who the father is, or having slept with the wrong guy without protection. A lot of morning after pills fucking up your body, a lot of abortions fucking up your body, all because of the decisions that we'll be making now. People are going to be getting in relationships. People are going to be falling out of relationships. Again, going back to decisions that we're making, because we're so vulnerable, and we don't have outlets in which we can actually discuss this. And we're alone. In a room full of people, we're alone. You can have 5,000 followers on Instagram. How many of those 5,000 can you actually really open up and be vulnerable and talk about the challenges and how you don't know what to do? You don't have a next step. Talk about the challenges that you have within your family. You know, the fact that you haven't seen your mother in so long, the fact that you haven't seen your siblings in so long, the fact that you and your siblings hate each other and constantly competing, the fact that you despise your spouse, whenever you see your husband, you know, the fact that he cheated on you, you hate him so much, the fact that you're about to leave your girlfriend, you know, and you're sitting with those decisions, or you're scared of leaving your husband because you're scared of the decisions or the repercussions thereof, you know, what will people say? You know, I've been married to this guy for 10 years. What do people say? But Pensini, weren't you love lives here? Yes, yesterday. Now you've broken up with her. What's wrong with you? And Lapona, you dying inside, but you are pretending like everything is okay. You are pretending like it's rainbows and unicorns. Meanwhile, you're saying, is this the right decision that I need to be doing? You know, people are going to be seeing us with fancy new cars. You know, was that the right decision to get that fancy new car? You can't breathe financially, you know, but at least abantu are that one. Hey, you know, people are going to be seeing us pop bottles, you know, drinking aces, you know, and is it going to give us that validation we need? Meanwhile, you're dying inside, you know, you're dying inside. Are you going to open up and actually talk about the fact that that lady's pregnant? You know, are you going to go back and tell your wife that that lady's pregnant? Are you going to go back and tell your wife, Oguti, the house again? It's a lot of tough decisions that we constantly are faced with no real outlet, you know, with no real outlet, no real place where we can actually talk, with no real place where we can actually go and seek guidance and solutions, you know. And I think, Tina, as men, that's what we need more than anything. We need guidance and we need solutions, because we can talk about shit all day. You know, we can talk about the bad decisions that we make all day, but we need real guidance and we need real solutions so that we can move forward. So that when you look back in a month's time, in 3 months' time, in a year's time, you're like, shit, I've made the right decisions. Thank you, Mr. X, for guiding me. Thank you, Mr. Y, for actually holding my hand through these tough challenges. And we don't have that much either. You know, I don't have a solution for you. You know, I know it's fucked up for me to say I don't. I wish you could have 1 or 2 people where you can be really honest and vulnerable, and they could be your guiding light. But it is tough in today's time because a lot of people are very pretentious. A lot of people are happy that it's you and not them that are going through it. A lot of people are saying, how do you post a senior break up? Ha ha ha. And they're happy. How do you just tell me banks, repossess, ha ha ha. Do you just tell ha ha ha. You know, so a lot of people, unfortunately, through their own pain, you know, are happy that you are going through it. And they are doing that in order to justify the fact that they are also going through pain and they are also failing in their areas and they are not alone in their failures. So guys, we need to make better decisions. Let's start with making better, like the smaller decisions that we make, you know, little decisions. Even if you are drinking copious amounts of alcohol, maybe a good decision would be putting a lot of ice. You know, I know it seems a very, very silly, but maybe ice, a bit of water to dilute it. Maybe say, before you go out, maybe let's drink, a lot of water before we go out. Maybe let's make sure we go out with the girlfriends or the wives that we actually are committed to, versus going out there into clubs and then spending unnecessary money on them hoes and then leaving with people that you don't want to leave with. So let's maybe start making better decisions like that. Let's maybe start Ubering to the venue. Again, so that we don't drink and drive. 1, so that you don't die. 2, so that you don't kill other people on the road. And 3, like, so that you don't get arrested and spend your December inside a Tronquin, you know. So like, it's those little smaller decisions that I think accumulate to make better decisions. decisions to better and efficiently communicate at work, efficiently communicate with your siblings, with your family, with your partner, again, from the morning messages to the good night messages. Hopefully that will have a snowball effect so that we can get ourselves into groups and spaces where we can actually start having these real life conversations versus pretending like everything is okay, versus pretending like we're on the up and up. Meanwhile, you know full well what's again you. But anyway, guys, please guide me as well as I'm going through my journey, my little dip. Be kind, show me a little bit of grace, but just let me know how you deal with certain challenges. Comment, like, share, please share to others that need to hear this. Share on your social platforms, share on Instagram, share on your TikTok, share on your Twitter. Have people actually engage with this, and hopefully we can help each other to make better decisions and be proud of the people that we are becoming. Anyway, guys, have yourselves a phenomenal day. Sharp.